Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host, Majestic speaking, coming to you with another episode of Mech Warrior Online here. And today, we're going to be reviewing the pre-order for the Piranha. So we're going to be going through each of the variants that are included in this pack. And as you can see in front of us, we have the Cipher Hero, then this is the Piranha Special if you get the Collector's Pack, and then the Standard Pack. So as you can see, as we scroll through each of these mechs, very, very heavy focus on the torsos. So you see that it looks like an energy hardpoint in the center torso, ballistic or missile in the side torsos, and then it looks like energy potentially in these arms. But obviously, most of the firepower is going to be focused up in these torsos. These arms are seemingly more like shields, and I don't think these are scaled to size by any means, but in any case, it's just a little bit of a graphic representation of what this mech is going to look like. The first of its kind, a 20-ton clan battle mech. It's not going to be an Omni mech, and it's not a 2C variant. So, you know, it is the first of its kind in many different ways. As a 20-tonner, you know, especially as the 20-tonner on the clan side, that's probably going to be a direct competitor to the Locust. But it's also very unique in that it's a battle mech. It's not a 2C variant, which means, you know, you have fixated hard points. But when it comes time for changing the engines and so forth, you can swap those out. So that's definitely something unique that this is bringing to the table, apart from the 2C variants. But that's enough of the little bit of an overview here on what we're looking at here. So it's very, very exciting news, and especially at 20 tons with all these hard points, so it seems this is going to be quite a harassment mech if all is said and true of what I'm expecting here. But let's head down to the description of each of the variants that are included in each of the packs, their price points, and then see what it has to offer and what it could potentially be used for. Alrighty guys, so heading down towards the description here, we have 3 copies of the Bruce standing cockpit item. So these are the early adopter rewards if you order before October 31st. So you have about a month to do so. But you get 3 copies of the Bruce standing cockpit item, which I'm hoping is like a live piranha in a fishbowl. Like, it says not final art. Well, I sure hope not, because if that's what we're getting from this, it better be like a live fish or something in a fishbowl. That would be pretty cool. But that's pretty interesting, the first of its kind in that sense, where you're having a live fish in a bowl standing on your cockpit. And then you also get the Franken camo pattern unlocked for all the Piranha variants. Decals. We get the bullets, large bullet hole, small bullet holes. So definitely very interesting. So you get the bullets and then the small and large hole. Then the colors. You get a little bit of a darker yellow, a lighter green, and a darker green, it seems. So 3 brand new colors. Colors may be tuned pre-release. These are not final art, so they're giving you a lot of heads up here that there could be some modifications to be made, along with the 6.5 million C-bills that come just from ordering it, if you order before the 31st. Now, the standard pack is $15. The special or collector's pack is $30. The hero add-on is $10, and the reinforcement pack is $10. If you add all that up individually, you're looking at what? $65? Yeah, 30, 45, 55, 65. Now, if you order them all together, you can get it for $50. So a $15 discount if you get the ultimate pack, as Piranha or PGI is calling it here. I would have liked to see a little bit steeper of a discount, though. You know, it is discounted as a light mech versus the normal preset price points, but still, I kind of think it would have been better, or they probably would have sold more if they sold the ultimate pack for maybe $40, $45, something like that. It is cheaper, but, you know, all things considered, I still think that ultimate bundle to get everyone to commit to this particular mech and all the variants it has to offer probably would have sold more, or will sell more, with a lower price point offering for all of these mechs. So you're getting 6 variants. I think that that's kind of fair to say. It's like $7 a variant, roughly. You know, I mean, if you took you have 6 variants here, $7 each, $42. So, like I said, in between that $40 to $45 range probably would have been a lot better. when I'm thinking about it as on a mech per mech basis here. So looking at the Piranha 1, 2, and 3, that's what's included in the standard pack. The A and the B are in the reinforcements pack, and then the Cipher obviously is the hero. Checking out the overview: 20 tons, clan tech, battle mech, fixated hard points. You could swap out this engine, max engine rating of 180, which I'm guessing most people are going to keep on there, especially considering the hard points and what most people are going to boat on this mech. So the top speed is around 146 if we round up, 145.8 to be exact. So again, that max engine rating across the board is 180. For the most part, they all have 11 or 10 double heat sinks. None of them have ECM or mask, so that goes down the line, and none of them have jump jets. So this is definitely a grounded mech in that aspect. But when we're looking at the hard points here, this is where things just get absolutely insane. When I'm looking at the number of hard points that are on this mech, especially for a 20-ton light, there is only one focus that this mech is really going to have if you're going to make optimal use of every single one of these hard points for every single variant. And PGI is intentionally steering us this way, obviously not only to fit the role of the mech, but when you think about like a Piranha in and of itself, they travel in schools and they swarm their prey and just absolutely rip them apart to shreds. And everyone was, going crazy over the mislinks and everything when that came out with all the ballistic hard points that are on there. But check out what these variants have to offer. When we go through the 1, 2, and the 3, we're talking 3 energy, 12 ballistic between the two torsos, 12 light machine guns with some ammo, a max engine rating, and maybe either micros or micro pulse or even ER smalls potentially, along with an AMS hardpoint. I mean, this thing is just going to rip through armor as soon as it gets to that point, maybe late stage in the game, where the last few opponents are trying to get hunted down. And if you're still alive, you're going to be pretty much the saving grace to your team, because this thing is going to absolutely annihilate anything in its path once you tear through that armor. So, it's really the only one that offers the 6 and 6 here. The rest of these, as you can see, there's ballistics all over the place, but 12 ballistics is absolutely insane. It comes in the standard pack here. So as you can see, machine gun. I mean, it has the ER mediums as a preset loadout on there. Not a lot of machine gun ammo or anything, so I'm thinking maybe you'll drop a couple heat sinks, probably all of the heat sinks for that matter, with a max engine rating of 180. Unless for whatever reason you need to keep the heat efficiency up. Maybe drop these to micros or micro pulse or ER smalls like the one here in the center torso. And then just, light machine guns all the way and just boat it with ammo, and you're good to go, because obviously the machine guns are heat neutral. They do not emit any heat. It's really just these 3 energy weapons. If you decide to use them, I could see a lot of people stripping off the arms and not using those hard points and only using the center torso hard point. I mean, there's so many variations that I'm thinking of right now. Especially with those arms looking the way that they do as more of shielding. So torso twisting a lot and using those arms to protect critical components. Going over to the 2, we have, this is the energy boat variant of it. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15 energy hard points, ladies and gentlemen. 15, I don't think there is another mech in the game that even offers 15 energy hard points. I'm thinking about the Executioner, I'm thinking about the Gargoyle, I'm thinking about the Stormcrow, even boating all the, and those are just to name a few of the energy boat variants in the game. And those don't even come close to 15 energy hard points on this mech. So you're talking, 15 micros, 15 micro pulse, stuff like that. And this thing is just going to boat that energy and really, again, just up close and personal, late stage in the game, that burn duration, especially of 7 and 8, or even if you group them up 5, 5, and 5, something like that. Whatever you decide to do here, you're going to be shredding through some components at close range, especially at the speed that this mech is going to be traveling across the battlefield. And if you have some armor and structure by the end of the round, I mean, it's going to be a guaranteed victory, if you ask me. There's no doubt about it. This is going to be... These are very, very powerful little light mechs that are going to be implemented into the game. And they're going to be terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And if you run in a group of them with some friends, maybe in the lobby, something like that, you'll see how potent they are. Especially because I bet you, and I'm telling you guys this right now, I plan to make a video called The School, or like the Piranha School, or something like that, and I want to take either a couple of you, maybe some other YouTubers, streamers, whatever, and all of us group together in Piranhas when these are released, and just cause absolute havoc out there on the battlefield with the 4 of us in a lance, maybe more if we can fit it with the tonnage and everything like that. Obviously, maybe bring a couple atlases or something to balance out the tonnage, and just absolutely annihilate anyone who's caught in the back. So, I mean, that's really what the focus is here, even looking down the line at what these mechs have to offer. Going to the 3 variant, though, again, same thing, same deal here, apart from what it's normally equipped with, or stock loadout configuration here. But checking out the energy hard points down here, we have 14 energy hard points. So not 15, 14, except now you're looking at 5 and 2 between the torsos and the arms, rather than 6 and 1, and also the center torso mount that's in the 1 and the 2 is not offered in the 3. So these are all left and right torso and left and right arm mounted weapons. So, I mean, unique across the board in the sense of obviously where they're placed. These mix in the energy and ballistic versus these that are just strictly energy boats. But then when we get to the reinforcement pack, we do get a little bit more of diversity here. Not in the actual weapon types, but just the, you know, where they are, how many of them there are, so on and so forth. So we're looking at 8 ballistic in the A variant with 3 energy hardpoints and 4 AMS. So here's your support mech. This is your anti-missile mech, if you will. So maybe light machine guns, again, ER smalls, or micro pulse, micro lasers, whatever you decide to do. Then boating on 4 AMS, probably normal AMS, not laser AMS. And, you know, obviously providing that missile support for any of your mechs that are kind of, you know, providing that longer range or even close range support up front. So that's definitely a unique variant, and I know that there are going to be people that are, you know, the point-blank AMS, you know, kind of players out there, especially with the speed that this mech will be moving at. It'll definitely be a threat in multiple capacities, from not only tearing apart your opponents, but also in providing that umbrella of AMS coverage for your friendlies. Now, heading over to the B, this one probably has the most even balance across the mech, and when you look at the hard points and their dispersion across the mech. So between the left arm, left torso, and center torso, we're talking 4 ballistic and 6 energy. And you have, you know, 2 in the left arm, 2 in the center torso, and then 2 in the right arm. So they are evenly distributed across the mech, and then you have 2 ballistic in each torso. So the right and left torsos here, very, very symmetrical. The only thing that makes it asymmetrical is the 1 AMS hardpoint in the left torso. But apart from that, I mean, this is probably your most symmetrical build for what you might be looking to use it for out there on the battlefield. Obviously not... you know, for the most part, these are all symmetrical, but I'm saying in terms of number of hard points across each of the components of this mech, this has the most even distribution out of all of the mechs you see here. So, definitely another unique variant of the reinforcements pack. But moving on to the final mech in this pack is the Cipher Hero, and that is definitely an interesting one, to say the least. So we have 6 ballistic, 3 in each torso, but then on top of the 3 ballistic, we also have 3 energy in each torso, and then 1 energy in the arm, center torso, and right arm. So, you know, we have the 6 ballistic and 9 energy in total, with the 1 AMS in that left torso as well. So, I'm not saying that this is like probably going to be the strongest or anything like that, but because I know all of these mechs are going to be extremely powerful, and I do not believe that the reinforcements or the hero are pay to win in any capacity, because even these 1, 2, and 3 variants, they are very strong in what they'll be bringing to the battlefield. Not really differentiating too much in terms of, it's not like any of these variants are offering missile hardpoints, and missile hardpoints are very tonnage hungry, if you will. But they definitely offer something unique in each of these. So in terms of placement and quantity of each of these hardpoints between the energy and the ballistics, which is what you want in your light mechs. You want to have those energy and ballistic hardpoints because those aren't very tonnage hungry if you obviously stick to the smaller weapons of those weapon types and using them out there on the battlefield. So they're definitely all unique in their own separate way. I do think that at least if I were you guys, I'd probably pick up the standard pack for what these have to offer. If you really, really love light mechs and you really just want to have a differentiator out there on the battlefield and kind of mess with some of these other ones that have the uniqueness and the quantity of their hardpoints between the fire support, if you like that, then I would suggest picking up the Piranha A and B, which is in the reinforcements pack, and then the C variant, or the Cipher or Hero variant. Again, is just really stacking and mixing more and more of these weapon combos here between the torsos, the left and right torso, and creating that balance and synergy kind of between everything. To have 6 ballistic and then 9 energy is, again, 15 hard points geared towards weaponry that you're going to be able to use. So that's going to do it for the overview on the Piranha pre-order. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you ask me what I'm thinking these mechs will be used for, is exactly what it sounds like they'll be used for. All smaller or less tonnage hungry weapons. I'm talking ER smalls if you're looking at the all energy variants, or if it's one of the ballistic energy combos, like majority of them here, 4 out of the 6 are energy ballistic combos. It's going to be light machine guns and micro smalls or micro lasers, micro pulse lasers, ER smalls. And if you decide to go heavy machine guns, maybe not even using the energy hard points, maybe only a couple rather than all of them, unless you decide to boat or stick to maybe 1 energy hard point in that center torso, maybe a bigger energy hard point, and only use like lighter weapons here, not even use the energy weapons on the arms. So there's so many different combinations that I'm thinking of, and when you have this quantity of hard points, this is an exciting mech to get, guys. It's definitely going to be a game changer, especially on the clan side when you're talking about a 20-tonner running 146 kph with this kind of firepower. It is all close range firepower if you decide to use all of these hard points that are on each of these variants, but I do think it's worth picking up at least the standard pack, if you will. If I can swing it, I definitely plan to do that myself. Obviously, if I somehow get the means to pick up all of the packs, inclusive of the hero, I definitely plan to do so. But this is quite an awesome mech that they're going to be introducing into the game. I highly recommend it just from looking at these mechs on paper. And I think that really the only other determining factor are the hitboxes. Where are the hitboxes? And does it seem to lose limbs very quickly like the Uziel, or is it going to be maybe tankier and tougher to crit out those components and so forth, like it is on, say, the Bushwhacker or something like that. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it works out. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all of the support. I hope you enjoyed this overview, this review on the Piranha pre-order. Looking at this mech on paper is just absolutely insane, because you don't have any other mech that offers this quantity of this kind of stuff in the game, and it's going on a 20-ton clan battle mech. So absolutely crazy. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Leave all your comments, questions, and concerns and suggestions below. What you guys think about the mech, if you do plan to get it and everything. Let's start a discussion if we can in the comment section. Would love to hear your guys' feedback. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Take care, guys.